Sun salutation or salute to the sun is a practice in yoga as exercise incorporating a flow sequence of some 12 gracefully linked asanas. The asana sequence was first recorded as yoga in the early 20th century, though similar exercises were in use in India before that, for example among wrestlers. The Surya Namaskar tones the entire. So, what are the benefits of Surya Namaskar? Surya Namaskar has both mental and physical benefits. The Surya Namaskar tones the entire body, helps with weight loss and strengthens muscles and joints. Practice this flow if you want to improve your complexion, as it ensures a better functioning digestive system. Improve your sleep as it helps combat insomnia and reduce stress levels. Vrix Asana or tree pose is a balancing asana. It is one of the few standing poses in medieval Hatha yoga and remains popular in modern yoga as an exercise. The benefits of this asana are that it strengthens the legs and improves and opens the hips. It improves your neuromuscular coordination. It helps with balance and endurance. It improves alertness and concentration. Asana or flow pose is an inverted asana in Hatha yoga and modern yoga as an exercise. Its variations include Karna Pidasana with the knees by the ears and Supta Konasana with the feet wide apart. Halasana can help in reducing belly fat. As experts say, Halasana or flow pose is an inverted asana which can help in achieving weight loss. Bhujanga Asana or Cobra pose is a reclining back bending asana in Hatha yoga and modern yoga as an exercise. It is commonly performed in a cycle of asanas in Surya Namaskar as an alternative of Ardha Mukh Shavasana. The benefits of Bhujanga Asana are Bhujanga Asana is very useful to keep your back healthy. Practice this asana individually or through the Surya Namaskar to make your spinal region very strong and very agile. This posture can tone your body and the spinal nerves. This asana is Vajrasana or diamond pose. This is a kneeling asana in Hatha yoga and modern yoga as an exercise. The benefits of this Vajrasana are it improves blood circulation, it improves posture, it also helps in digestion and it provides a relief from lower back pain. Vajrasana strengthens pelvic floor muscles and also helps to calm the mind. It can help your sleep and it can also help you in weight loss.
Meditation is a practice in which an individual uses a technique such as mindfulness or focusing the mind on a particular object, thought or activity to train attention and awareness and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state. Meditation is practiced in numerous religious traditions. The earliest records of meditations are found in the Upanishads, and meditation plays a salient role in the contemplative repertoire of Buddhism and Hinduism. Since the 19th century, Asian meditative techniques have spread to other cultures, where they have also found application in non-spiritual contexts, such as business and health. An Olympic-sized swimming pool conforms to regulated dimensions that are large enough for international competition. This type of swimming pool is used in the Olympic Games, where the race course is 50 meters in length, typically referred to as long course, distinguishing it from short course, which applies to competitions in pools that are 25 meters in length. Swimming is an individual or team racing sport that requires the use of one's entire body to move through water. The sport takes place in pools or open water. Competitive swimming is one of the most popular Olympic sports, with varied distances, events in butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle, and individual medley. In addition to these individual events, 4 swimmers can take part in either a freestyle or medley relay. A medley relay consists of 4 swimmers who will each swim a different stroke, ordered as backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, and freestyle. Handball is a team sport in which 2 teams of 7 players each pass a ball using their hands with the aim of throwing it into the goal of the other team. A standard match consists of 2 periods of 30 minutes and the team that scores more goals wins. Modern handball is played on a court of 40 by 20 meters with a goal in the middle of each end. The goals are surrounded by a 6-meter zone where only the defending goalkeeper is allowed. Goals must be scored by throwing the ball from outside the zone or while diving into it. The sport is usually played indoors, but outdoor variants exist in the form of field handball.
The sport of volleyball originated in the United States and is now just beginning to achieve the type of popularity in the US that it has received on a global basis, where it ranks behind only soccer among participation sports. In 1895, William G. Morgan, an instructor at the Young Men's Christian Association in Holyoke, Mass., decided to blend elements of basketball, baseball, tennis and handball to create a game for his classes of businessmen, which would demand less physical contact than basketball. He created the game of volleyball, at that time called Mintonate.
Chess is a board game played between two players. It is sometimes called Western chess or international chess to distinguish it from games such as Zhangxi and Soki. The current form of the game emerged in Southern Empire during the second half of the 15th century after the evolving of Shatranj, a similar but much evolving game played in Indian origin. Today, chess is one of the most world popular games played by millions of people worldwide. Chess is an abstract strategy game and involves no hidden information. It is played on a square chessboard with 64 squares arranged in an 8x8 grid. At the start, each player controls 16 pieces, 1 king, 1 queen, 2 rooks, 2 bishops, 2 knights and 8 pawns. The object of the game is to checkmate the opposite player's opponent's king, whereby the king is under immediate attack and there is no way for it to escape. There are also several ways a game can end in a draw.
There are numerous references to traditional, ancient or prehistoric ball games played in many different parts of the world. Contemporary codes of football can be traced back to the codification of these games at English public schools during the 19th century. The expansion and cultural influence of the British Empire allowed these rules of football to spread to areas of British influence outside the directly controlled empire. By the end of 19th century, distinct regional codes were already developing. Gaelic football, for example, deliberately incorporated the rules of local traditional football games in order to maintain their heritage. In 1888, the Football League was founded in England, becoming the first of the many professional football associations. During the 20th century, several of the various kinds of football grew to become some of the most popular team sports in the world. The Chinese competitive game Kugu resembles modern associative football. Descriptions appear in a military manual dated to the 2nd and 3rd centuries BC. It existed during the Han Dynasty and possibly the Kui Dynasty. In the 2nd and the 3rd century BC, the Japanese version of Kuju is Kimari and was developed during the Asuka period.
Table tennis, also known as ping pong and whiff-waff, is a sport in which 2 or 4 players hit a lightweight ball, also known as the ping pong ball, back and forth across the table using small solid rackets. The game takes place on a hard table divided by a net. Except for the initial serve, the rules are generally as follows. Players must allow a ball played towards them to bounce once on their side of the table and must return it so that it bounces on the opposite side at least once. The point is scored when a player fails to return the ball within the rules. Play is fast and demands quick reactions. Spinning the ball alters its trajectory and limits an
Kabbaddi is a contact team sport with origins in ancient India, played between 2 teams of 7 players. The objective of the game is for a single player on offense, referred as to a raider, to run into the opposing team's half of a court, touch out as many of the defenders as possible, and return to their own half of the court, all without being tackled by the defenders and in a single breath. Points are scored for each player tagged by the raider, while the opposing team earns a point for stopping the raider. Players are taken out of the game if they are touched or tackled, but are brought back in for each point scored by their team for tag or tackle. It is popular in the Indian subcontinent and other surrounding Asian countries. Although accounts of Kabbaddi appear in the histories of ancient India, the game was popularized as a competitive sport in the 20th century.
Indian is proud to have
It is the national sport of Bangladesh. It is the state game
Cricket
of
was probably
Indian
created
states
during
of
Saxon
Tamil
or
Nadu,
Norman
Andhra
Athletics
times.
is a
Pradesh,
group of
Children
Bihar,
living in the
Haryana,
woods,
competitive running,
Karnataka,
jumping,
area
throwing,
Kerala,
and
clearings
Maharashtra,
and southeast
Odisha,
England
Punjab,
that lies across
Telangana,
Kent
and
and
track and
Sussex.
field, road
Uttar
running,
Pradesh.
cross-country running,
Definite
and
written
race walking.
reference is from the end of the
The
16th
results of
century.
racing events are decided by finishing position, while the jumps and throws are won by the athlete that achieves the highest or furthest measurement from series of attempts. The simplicity of the competition and the lack of a need for expensive equipment makes athletics one of the most common types of sports in the world. Athletics is mostly an individual sport with the exception of relay races and competitions which combine athletes' performances for a team such as cross country. You can see in this video, the students are performing cardio. Cardio is a form of aerobic exercise. Aerobic is defined as relating to involving or requiring free oxygen and refers to the use of oxygen to meet energy demands during exercise via aerobic metabolism adequately. Aerobic exercise is performed by repeating sequences of light to moderate intensity activities for extended periods of time. Aerobic exercise may be better referred to as solely aerobic as it is designed to be low intensity enough that all carbohydrates are aerobically turned into energy via mitochondrial ATP production. Cardio helps in increasing our VO2 max levels in the bloodstream.
The above student is doing a bicep curl with the help of a barbell. A bicep curl usually starts with the arm in a fully extended position, holding a weight with a supinated grip. A full repetition consists of bending or curling the elbow until it is fully flexed, then slowly lowering the weight to the starting position. The torso should remain upright instead of swinging back and forth, as doing so transfers the load away from the biceps and onto other muscles. This is the leg press. Leg press is a compound weight training exercise in which individual pushes a weight or resistance away from using their legs. This strengthens the legs and the hamstrings, including the quadriceps.
This student is performing a lat pull down. The pull down exercise is a strength training exercise designed to develop the latimus dorsi muscle. It performs the function of downward rotation and depression of the scapulae combined with adduction and extension of the shoulder joint. The cable lat pull down is done where the handle is moved via a cable pulley, as opposed to doing pull downs on a leverage machine. This exercise is pec fly. The fly machine is suitable for increasing chest strength and muscle mass by targeting the pectoralis muscles. Humans have two sets of pectoral muscles on each side of the front of your chest, the pectoralis major and the pectoralis minor. This exercise primarily benefits the pectoralis major that are responsible for movement in the shoulder joint. You use these muscles for many day-to-day activities such as pushing open a heavy door, picking up a heavy grocery bag, etc. The student is performing a bench press. The bench press or chest press is an upper body weight training exercise in which the trainee presses a weight upwards while lying on a weight training bench. The exercise uses the pectoralis major, the anterior deltoids and the triceps, among other stabilizing muscles. A barbell is generally used to hold the weight, but this exercise is called the overhead press. The overhead press is an upper body weight training exercise in which the trainee presses a weight overhead while seated or standing. It is used to increase shoulder strength. The lift is set up by taking either a barbell or a pair of dumbbells and putting it in a racking position. The weight is then pressed overhead. While the exercise can be performed standing or seated, standing recruits more muscle fiber as more balancing is required.
Sun salutation or salute to the sun is a practice in yoga as exercise incorporating a flow sequence of some 12 gracefully linked asanas. The asana sequence was first recorded as yoga in the early 20th century, though similar exercises were in use in India before that, for example among wrestlers. The Surya Namaskar tones the exaya. So, what are the benefits of Surya Namaskar? Surya Namaskar has both mental and physical benefits. The Surya Namaskar tones the entire body, helps with weight loss and strengthens muscles and joints. Practice this flow if you want to improve your complexion, as it ensures a better functioning digestive system. Improve your sleep as it helps combat insomnia and reduce stress levels. Vriksasana or tree pose is a balancing asana. It is one of the few standing poses in medieval Hatha Yoga and remains popular in modern yoga as an exercise. The benefits of this asana are that it strengthens the legs and improves and opens the hips. It improves your neuromuscular coordination. It helps with balance and endurance. It improves alertness and concentration. Asana or plow pose is an inverted asana in Hatha Yoga and modern yoga as an exercise. Its variations include Karna Pidasana with the knees by the ears and Supta Konasana with the feet wide apart. Halasana can help in reducing belly fat. As experts say, Halasana or plow pose is an inverted asana which can help in achieving weight loss. Bhujanga Asana or Cobra pose is a reclining back bending asana in Hatha Yoga and modern yoga as an exercise. It is commonly performed in a cycle of asanas in Surya Namaskar as an alternative of Ardha Mukh Shavasana. The benefits of Bhujanga Asana are Bhujanga Asana is very useful to keep your back healthy. Practice this asana individually or through the Surya Namaskar to make your spinal region very strong and very agile. This posture can tone your body and the spinal nerves. This asana is Vajrasana or diamond pose. This is a kneeling asana in Hatha Yoga and modern yoga as an exercise. The benefits of this Vajrasana are it improves blood circulation, it improves posture, it also helps in digestion and it provides a relief from lower back pain. Vajrasana strengthens pelvic floor muscles and also helps to calm the mind. It can help you sleep and it can also help you in weight loss.
Meditation is a practice in which an individual uses a technique such as mindfulness or focusing the mind on a particular object, thought or activity to train attention and awareness and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state. Meditation is practiced in numerous religious traditions. The earliest records of meditations are found in the Upanishads, and meditation plays a salient role in the contemplative repertoire of Buddhism and Hinduism. Since the 19th century, Asian meditative techniques have spread to other cultures, where they have also found application in non-spiritual contexts, such as business and health.
For measuring general motor fitness, the 3-item test battery of Barrow is used. In this test, a battery of 3 items such as standing broad jump, zigzag run, and medicine ball throw is used to measure the general motor ability of an individual. Football is a 90-minute game which is filled with full of excitement and thrill. In this game, 2 teams are there, 11 aside, and they score a goal against each other. This popular game is badminton. The origins of this sport probably lie in the shuttlecock games played more than 2000 years ago in Greece, China and India. But the British game was born in Gloucestershire in 1873 at Badminton, the country estate of Duke of Belfort. Volleyball is a team sport in which 2 teams of 6 players are separated by a net. Each team tries to score points by grounding a ball on the other team's court under organized rules. It has been a part of official program of the Summer Olympic Games since Tokyo 1964. Basketball is a team sport in which 2 teams, most commonly of 5 players each, opposing one another on a rectangular court, complete with the primary objective of shooting a basketball to the defender's hoop while preventing the opposite team from shooting their own. A field goal is worth 2 points unless made from behind the 3-point line, which is then worth 3. After a foul, time play stops and the player fouled or designated to shoot the technical foul is given 1, 2 or 3 1-point free throws. This popular game is cricket. Cricket is England's national summer sport which is now played throughout the world, particularly in Australia, India, Pakistan, West Indies and British Isles. Table tennis, also known as ping pong, is a sport in which 2 or 4 players hit a lightweight ball, also known as ping pong ball, back and forth across a table using small solid rackets.
Morning to one and all. Today, I share Shivam Madhu of class 12th Commerce is going to talk about yoga and lifestyle. Yoga is an ancient art, the mind exercise that we perform by balancing the elements of our body. In addition, it helps us to meditate and relax. Moreover, yoga helps us keep in control of our body as well as mind. It is a great channel for releasing our stress. Yoga gained popularity gradually and is now spread in all regions of the world. It unites people in harmony and peace. Origin of yoga. Yoga essentially originated in the subcontinent of India. It has been around since ancient times and was performed by yogis. The term yoga has been derived from a Sanskrit word which translates to basically union and discipline. In earlier days, the followers of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism practiced it. Slowly, it found its way in the Western countries. Ever since, people from all over the world perform yoga to relax the mind and keep their bodies fit. Furthermore, after the popularity of yoga, India became known for yoga worldwide. People from all over the world have started realizing the benefits of yoga. Several workshops are held, and now there are even professional yogis who teach the ancient art to people so that they can learn about it. Yoga has numerous benefits. If you look at it closely, you will get relief when you practice yoga regularly, as it keeps our body and mind fit. In addition, we practice several yoga asanas and postures. It strengthens our body and gives us a feeling of well-being and healthiness. Yoga helps in sharpening our mind and improving our intelligence. We can achieve a higher level of concentration through yoga and also learn how to steady our emotions. It connects us to nature like never before and enhances our social well-being. In addition, you can develop self-discipline and self-awareness from yoga if practiced regularly. You can gain a sense of power once you do it consistently and help you lead a healthy life free from any problem. Anyone can practice yoga no matter what your age is or whichever your religion is. 21st of June is celebrated as the International Day of Yoga, where people are made aware of benefits of yoga. Yoga is a great gift to mankind which helps us to keep better and maintain our health. You can also develop a higher patience level when you practice yoga, which also helps keeping the negative thoughts away.
Hello, my name is Prashant and I am here to explaining about my PPT which is on the topic Indian cricket. As we know about cricket is a bat and ball game played between two teams of 11 players each on a field at the center of which is a 22-yard pitch with a wicket at each end, each comprising two balls balanced on three stumps. As we know, cricket is very old game and it grew in England. By the 17th century, it has become very popular. As we know, in recent times, cricket is played of three types. Test cricket matches, which is of 5 days, day international, which is of 50 overs, and 2020, which is of 20 overs. Come to our topic, which is of Indian cricket. Cricket was introduced to India by European merchant sailors in the 19th century, and the first cricket club was established in 1792. The British Army took on the English settlers in what was the first recorded cricket match in India in 1751. The establishment of the Calcutta Cricket Club, what we know today as CC and FC in 1792, was another watershed for the sport in. Now on one-day cricket. India's first one-day match played between India and England on 13 July 1974. As we know, in ODI cricket, in every 5 years there is a World Cup and India won two of them, one in 1983 and other in 2011. Now let's talk about the Indian Test cricket. India's national cricket team did not play its first Test match until 25 June 1932 at Lord's, becoming the sixth team to be granted Test cricket status. But from 1932, India had to wait until 1952, almost 20 years, for its first Test victory. Now come to our T20 cricket. The first such match was played between Australia and New Zealand on 17 Feb 2005. The Indian cricket team played its first T20 match under the captaincy of Virendra Sehwag during the 2006-7 series in South Africa. On this day in 2007, Team India were crowned T20 champions against Pakistan. In T20, India started a famous league known as IPL, staked as Indian Premier League. BCCI first arranged world's most popular Indian T20 match, which called IPL. At first, 18 April 2008, IPL would start with 8 teams: Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Kolkata, Mohali and Mumbai. Now let's talk about the Indian women's cricket team. The Indian women's national cricket team, nicknamed the Women in Blue, represents the country of India in international women's cricket. India made its test debut in 1976. First women ODI was played between India and England at